talk to Tongie. I'm from a little town called Columbus, Mississippi, and I've come all the way here to show you exactly how you can live abundantly. Fear is nothing. You hear me? You can do anything you put your mind to. I'm your girl, talk to Tongie. We're gonna do life together. Good evening, family. How are you doing? Can you tell I'm excited to see you? Man, you've been running around in my mind all day. No, seriously, you have. I'm wondering if you're having an amazing day, if you're smiling from your soul. Are you just meeting your goals and checking all the boxes? Yeah, man, that's what we do. I'm your girl, or on this platform, you know me as your friend, Tongie, and welcome to another edition of Talk to Tongie, where real purpose, real stories are being spoken right here from Saint Lucia to every diaspora. All right. Your support of this show, I just want to slow it down real fast here and say thank you. I'm not a numbers girl, but when I see that you are showing up in demand the way you are, I am truly grateful to God. I do not ever want you to think that I'm taking you, my family, for granted, or I'm taking you lightly, because that is not the story. However, when you take time to be here with us, it really does matter. So for that, I am eternally grateful. You are the catalyst. You got to know that, for those who have stories that need to be spoken, stories that really do need to be told. Sometimes we think purpose, right, has to come in one straight line. We think if I'm studying medicine, then that's probably all that I'm going to be able to do, because again, I'm studying medicine. If I'm working a 9 to 5, then you're thinking, that's all God would allow me to do. But what if I were to tell you that that's not the truth? What if I were to tell you that you've got so many gifts, you've got so much talent, skill sets that we are just seriously waiting on? Yeah, we've got a guest that has answered the call. Not only is she studying medicine, right? So you already know she's like creme de la creme. But she has tapped into that artistic, the creative side of her. And I'm so grateful that she's here. You may have seen some of her artwork on display and said to yourself, who is this and how can I get this story? Yeah, that's who we're interviewing tonight, man. Somto Doris. I hope I said that right. She said, just call me Doris. I'm like, okay, just call me Tongie. We are in for a treat, Saint Lucia, because she literally is going to share with us her why, her how she got here, what the purpose is, and so much more. So you know how we do it, right? Go on and get your cocoa tea, go on and get your soursop juice, or whatever it is that you're drinking on this evening. But just come back, because we're going to get started on a story that you're not going to want to miss. All right, stay tuned. We'll be right back. When purpose meets process, beauty emerges. Even in the midst of study, stress, and sacrifice, something inside you is being crafted. Sometimes what you thought was the path to your purpose is really the path through it. And we are back, Saint Lucia. We are back, Nigeria, the United States, and all around the world. Man, we are so excited that you are here. So without further ado, let's get into this future doctor, but amazing artist, Somto. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Doris? I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you.
Thank you for
How
having
you
me.
doing?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we ask, how you doing? And then we're listening, but then we don't really listen. So you're doing good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Now.
And then girls junior high school.
Okay.
And then I went to an only girls senior high school.
Come on now.
Yeah. So, and growing up, I have 3 brothers. So I grew up as the only girl.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
So you're the princess.
Technically. So, well, growing up with my siblings, I used to be like somewhat of a tomboy.
Oh, I
That's
love
very
that.
surprising how I turned out not
right?
being that, but yeah, it was like that for a while. I'm the second child of 4 siblings.
Okay.
But currently, I do have a younger sister. My mom had her after my dad.
All right now, mama.
So right now, I'm not the only girl.
But
I am the first daughter.
The first daughter.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, I've got to ask a proverbial question, right?
Okay.
From Nigeria to Saint Lucia. Wow. You're going to have to tell me how you got here.
I get that questions like every other day. I get that question. I get asked that a lot. But the thing is that, you already know about Nigeria.
Yes.
So a lot of people tend to migrate out of Nigeria in search of better life or better education or different things take them out of the country. So, I'm one of those people that left Nigeria to come study somewhere else.
Come on.
Yeah. And Saint Lucia happened to be the place where I landed. It was a very random decision, it was random, but I'm very grateful that I chose Saint Lucia.
Yeah.
I've grown to love it. Before I decided to come to Saint Lucia, I was pondering on what I wanted to study. So when I was done with high school, I finished high school when I was 15.
Girl, come on. So I'm sitting before a genius here. Okay.
And then I was very I wasn't very sure of what I wanted to study. So at some point I wanted to study law. And then other times I wanted to be an engineer. And then I wanted to be an architect. And there's so many things I was like, and I was saying to myself, Doris, I think you're going to be good at anything you choose.
Come on.
Yeah. So that's what I said to myself. And that was the real thing behind choosing medicine. Now my older brother is very, very passionate about medicine.
Yeah.
We actually came to the island together.
Okay.
And we both studied medicine.
He studied here also?
Yes.
Come on.
So eventually we both came to the island to
See,
study
that's
medicine.
what I'm talking about. So you weren't by yourself.
No, I wasn't.
Oh my God. So the culture here, is a little different from Nigeria.
Yeah.
How have you been able to kind of assimilate into the culture, or did you say, you know what, I accept the culture, but I'm still going to encompass some of the things that I like doing?
Well, now 3 days ago, I think that was on Friday. Yes. Someone came here to see the exhibition. Now that's someone I've known for a long time since being on the island. And he said, Doris, I find that usually when people travel, when they go outside of their country, they usually try to stay on the sideline. But you're everywhere, everything. And then I was like, but why would I want to just keep myself on the sideline? Like, anywhere I go, I want to just feel comfortable, except those people don't let me feel comfortable. But if no one is bothering me, if no one is harassing me, I'm going to try and feel as comfortable as I can.
That's what I'm talking
about.
So
when I came to Saint Lucia, there was a bit of a cultural shock, but being here is many Black people. I didn't really feel so different, I didn't experience so much difference.
Gotcha.
Yeah, in terms of cultural wise, the only thing I would say is that Saint Lucia is way, way smaller.
Than Nigeria. Right? For sure.
So that would be the biggest culture shock for me. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
But it was very easy to blend in. And actually, my earlier years on the island between 2017, because I came to Saint Lucia in 2017, between 2017 and say 2020,
Okay.
2022.
So you were here for pandemic and all of that. Oh, okay.
I was usually with the Nigerians. So there used to be a lot more Nigerians on the island. A lot of them were medical students or doing other stuff.
Okay.
And I used to just be around them.
Yeah.
It was actually in 2022. I was like, Doris, no, you have to step out of that zone,
right?
and start putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
Because when I came, I did not see a lot of similarities between, although it wasn't very different, but in terms of similarity, in terms of like deep heritage, deep culture, I did not see all those things because they're not very visible to me.
Oh.
But when I started to search for them, I started to find them.
Gotcha.
And it even made me love Saint Lucia even more.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, man, there's so much I want to ask you. So you're stepping out of everything that you know, right? And you're coming into a country where you're like, okay, you know, it looks good. I'm here. I'm going to plant and grow. Your brother's here.
Yeah.
So you've got that, you know, that shoulder right there.
Yes.
Brother leaves, but you've already started, you know, your friendships and all of that good stuff.
Yes.
What would you say were some of the differences or the stark differences from what you were used to going to Catholic school, being all girls school, and then coming here? Yeah, you get the similarities, but what was the stark difference for you? Yep.
So, well, first of all, one of the biggest difference I mentioned before was the island being small.
Yeah.
And then the fact that everywhere closes by 6 p.m.
Yep.
That was very shocking for me.
Yeah.
So whenever I go for lectures, I go to school. By the time I'm back, I'm like, okay, let me go out and go and get something.
Yeah.
And then when I go out, everywhere is closed. I'm like, why is everywhere closed?
Yep.
But people were at work when these places were open. So when do people get the chance to actually go do what they want to do?
Yeah.
So that was one of them.
Okay.
And then that one was with the people here. So
I'm trying to pick up what you're not saying, but
what I realized was now Saint Lucian people are very nice.
Yes, they are.
But they're not very open.
Yeah. Okay.
So
okay.
It takes time to really, you know, for them to really welcome you. So that was something I got to realize with time. But I've made very good friends here on the island. We're very close. I could even say we have like a very strong bond.
Good.
But obviously something that I had to take myself out of my mentality, how I view those things, and just, you know, start receiving. Because then I was like, okay, I want to try and make friends, but then I was trying too hard, apparently.
You?
But eventually I realized I needed to, you know, be more receptive instead of chasing. I needed to just, you know, relax and attract. So, and that has been working well for me. Yeah. But I would say Saint Lucia, they take their time to open up.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. I'm still learning. I've been here 4 years. But when I tell you that the amazing souls here, what really got me the other day, I was driving and I saw someone's car had broken down.
Okay.
Not only did one person stop, but there were 2 or 3 other folk that are stopping. I'm thinking, okay. Or to see someone in a store and they're asking, you know, how's your mom and how's, you know, that was really, for me, that made me feel like a part of the community.
Yes.
So I've met some amazing people and I'm sure you have too.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Good for you. So stepping into this new environment, what have you learned about yourself that you didn't know prior?
I think what I learned about myself is that actually there was a lot of learning and unlearning for me. That was a journey that I went through. So before I came to Saint Lucia, when I was much, much younger.
Okay.
I know people say I'm still young, but
you
when
really
I was
are.
a baby,
Okay.
so from when I've known myself, like when I was like 7 years old, I've always had this, like intention about myself. But like every New Year's, I will give myself New Year resolutions.
Okay.
I'll give myself objectives of things I want to achieve for the year.
Okay.
I know that sounds too serious for a 7 years old.
But you were already tapped in, so to speak, even at 7.
Yes. So I began to do that from a young age, but eventually I found that I stopped doing that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Speak on that, because oftentimes, and I've seen this a lot, especially in the States, you'll find the 5, 6, 7-year-olds that are really, really rambunctious with life, and they're excited and they can tell you exactly what it is they want to do and be.
Yeah.
But then something happens and they lose that childhood spark. What happened?
I don't know.
Okay.
I wouldn't say, but what I have decided is that I'm going to try and channel that 7-year-old girl back.
Girl, you better shut your mouth. You know, you're teaching a master class. You know that, right?
So that's what I've been very intentional. Like this year, 2025, I was extra intentional. I brought my book out. I wrote down things I wanted to achieve this year. And although I'm not able to do, I wrote down 6 things. 3 of them are already done. Okay. The other 3, I'm still hoping that there's a chance for me to do them. But I'm very happy that I was able to do those 3 things, because a lot of time we say we want to do things, but we never get to do them. And I was just like, but 7-year-old me used to be so intentional. She would, so when I go to school, I don't know why I did that, but I will sell things to my classmates.
Oh my gosh. Medical doctor, artist, entrepreneur,
so
author.
I don't even know how I would convince those children, but I will make things like, I will make paper wristwatch, paper rings, paper dolls, paper bag. I would make all these things and make them give me their lunch money.
It worked.
And then I would save up that money and I'll go buy art supply on the weekend. So I'll go get my paints, I'll get my paintbrush, because what my dad used to buy for me was never enough. And I was tired of asking him and convincing him, because I have to always tell him, and I need that. And then he'll be like, but I got that for you just a week ago, just 2 weeks. I'm like, it's done. Wow. So I decided to take charge and start looking for ways to make my own money to get those things. And I'm like, so, was it last year? I think what really struck me for me to be that intentional this year was last year. I was speaking to this lady, and then I was telling her about 7-year-old me. And then she's like, hope you didn't reach your peak at 7. Nobody wants to do that. Right? So I was like, if 7-year-old me can do that, that means 25-year-old me can even do better. So oh my God. I'm like jumping up and down right now. And I've got goosebumps all over me, because your intentionality really kind of puts you on the path of exactly your call, where you're supposed to be. Wow. So what do you say to other people when they tell you that they can't? Well, I just tell them you have to be intentional, because a lot of time people think being intentional is just wanting it. Right. It's more than that. Yeah. It's like an obsession. Come on, girl. Yeah. You have to have like a bit of an obsession. You have to be obsessed to some extent to be able to achieve things, because there's so many reasons why not to. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Wow. I bet your mama is so proud. She should be. And your brothers. Yeah. Oh my God. That is absolutely wonderful. Okay. I love this already. I really do. I do. So when purpose starts whispering, you've got to listen. And you're listening. Yeah. Because you're literally walking into where you're supposed to be. Amen. How does that feel? That feels unreal to some extent. I know. When I was putting this exhibition together earlier this year around March, I was having a conversation with a lady. I just met her and I was talking to her. Right now, we're currently friends, but then I just met her. We're just talking.
Yeah.
And then she had this idea of what she wanted to do for International Women's Month in March.
Yeah.
And she wanted me to work on a project for her. And I was very excited because I love to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and then we're talking and I was telling her that I'm also planning to do an exhibition this year. And then she was like, okay, tell me more about it. And then I was talking to her about it. And I think one of the challenges I expressed to her, one of my fears was I felt like I was being too audacious, like I was having too much audacity to want to do that. And then she was like, no, but that's what you're supposed to do and stuff like that. So, I think when I say it feels so real is that the amount of support, the amount of love, the amount of assistance I've gotten. Obviously, I don't have the resources to put this together, but I was able to get support from sponsors, from family, from friends. Baby, When I was reaching out to these people, I wasn't very expectant. I was just like, you know what, let me just ask. Yeah. If they say yes, fine. If they say no, that's okay as well. Yeah. And luckily for me, there were people saying yes, and I'm like, why do these people want to say yes? But at some point, I needed to speak to myself and say, Doris, you are intentional about what you want.
Come on, Doris.
So you cannot be intentional and then you see results of that and you're still in doubt. That don't make no sense.
Wow.
So I had to put myself together.
And do it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I am so excited for you. I am so excited. I'm looking at the corner of my eye and hoping he's not calling for a commercial break because I want to ask so many questions. Wow. Ay. So balancing science and creativity. Wow. That's major. And a lot of people, unfortunately, they're just kind of stoic. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, and that's about it. You said audacity. That's a great word, because I am audacious too. How dare you walk in here with platform boots on? But for you, did you prepare for success?
I want to say yes. Because, like I said, 7 years old me knew a lot of things. I don't know how she knew those things, but she would have and I say this because I'm being honest.
I got you.
You understand? A lot of the things that I'm doing now are things that 7 years old me dreamt of. Like, she wanted to do those things. And I'm just grateful that I'm able to put myself down that path. Yeah. So in terms of success, I don't know how to classify or categorize success. And I don't even know if I would say I am successful, but I would say that I am doing things that I want to do. And I'm happy and grateful for that. In terms of things I want to do, that's my specialty.
Things you want to do.
I know what I want to do, and I want to do what I want to do.
Come on.
I know that sounds, for lack of better words, that sounds audacious. But I always tell people, like, you have to do what you want to do, because life happens once, and you cannot stay and you just do one thing and then you want to do another thing, and you're like, why will I leave that one thing that I was doing and then do another thing? But you can do anything. You can do multiple things. You can do 20 things. You can do 10 things. I don't think there's anybody saying do one thing or be this one version of yourself. So I am definitely open to being different versions of myself.
Oh, dear God. Oh, Saint Lucia, didn't I tell you? If I didn't, honey, you are in for a treat. All right, he called for that commercial break. So we're going to be right back with this amazing soul. Come on, man. You got to come back to talk to Tongie. Be right back. Every gift God gives is a color in his masterpiece. Whether you hold a paintbrush or a stethoscope, remember this. Your purpose is a blend of both grace and grind. And we are back, family. Oh my gosh. You don't even understand what goes on behind the scene. I'm about to jump out of my boots. I really am, because this soul, Miss Doris, is literally living life from the inside out. And I get so excited when I meet people like that, because I live life from the inside out. So let's get back to this conversation that we've got, not only with the doctor, but with the artist, Somto Doris. I say that good?
Yeah.
I better. All right. Did you always paint, or did Saint Lucia pull it out of you? You mentioned growing up that you had your tools.
Yeah.
But this is large scale.
Yes.
Was it always your intention, because you do deal with intentionality?
Yeah.
Was it always your intention to do it on this scale?
Honestly,
Yeah.
when I set up this exhibition
Yeah.
and I started counting the pieces,
Yeah.
I realized I had an obsession.
You had an obsession.
Yeah. But I've always loved colors.
Oh,
I've always been painting since I was very young. Obviously not at this level, but
Yeah.
yes, I have
Yeah.
always been doing that.
Wow.
Yes.
You know, as an artist, and you guys, and I know my English, I know, don't you dare come for me. How do you compartmentalize from conception to getting it on canvas? How do you do that? What's that process like?
I think getting it on canvas is pretty much the easiest part.
Huh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. The most difficult part for me would be actually discovering what you want to do.
Come on.
Yeah. So for me, it starts from dreaming.
Oh, come on.
I love to daydream.
I love that. Do you know how many people I ask, did you have a good night? And they'll say, yeah. Did you dream? They're like, no, I don't dream.
I love to
No,
dream.
man. I do too.
I love to dream every night before I go to bed, and especially like if I'm confused about something.
For sure.
I always say I want to have a dream about it. That's what I say to myself. I want to have a dream about this.
Wow.
And then a lot of time when I dream about it, I get some sort of like, it can be different things. It can be clarity. It can be closure. It can be understanding. It's just different things.
Wow.
And obviously, you know how dreams work. They never direct.
No, they do not.
They can be inspiring. And in my case, they are. So a lot of my pieces started off as a dream.
Oh, come
They're just dreams
on.
of what I want to do. Obviously, they're not clear.
For sure.
And then I, try to manifest it. So when I have dream or have these ideas, I write them down. I'm also a writer, but my writings are for my paintings. So what I do is I first dream, I write them down, and then I have a conversation with myself.
Oh, I love that. I know, seriously, I really do. I thought I was the only one to just kind of sit up, right?
So when I'm done with this and I want to start the project, when I start painting, I don't paint with music. I paint just like that. And when I'm painting, I'm talking to the painting.
Come on. Oh,
I'm talking to the painting. So a lot of time I end up having very intense conversations with my paintings, and a lot of those conversations go back into my writing.
Oh, come
on. So that's how my creative process is. And when I'm painting, like I said, putting it on canvas is not the most difficult part, because when you already have everything sorted out in your mind, you kind of know what you want to do. You know what you want it to look like. Yeah. There are some techniques that might not be like, cooperating, but for me, those things can be handled with just, you just try it again. So if it doesn't work out, you try it again.
So
Yeah.
how did you get here? I mean, did you go to school for this or?
No, I did not.
I'm done. We can cut. Good night, Saint Lucia. Are you serious?
Yeah. Right from when I was young, I knew I did not want to go to art school.
Wow.
So like I said, when I was telling you, I was trying to choose a career path for myself. I never mentioned going to art school. So I wanted to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be an engineer, an architect, but I never wanted to be an artist because I felt an artist was already something that I was from.
Girl, you better come on and speak that. Do you know that you literally just used a key to unlock a principle, IB? You knew you were already.
Yes.
So why go to school for something that you be?
Yeah.
Wow.
And, but my skill, I did have to practice for
sure,
those.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So in 2016, December 2016, a friend of mine met my mom and said, you know, Doris is very good at her art. Maybe she should go and get some formal training or some, you know, lessons so she can get better.
Yeah.
And my mom took me to this place called Art and Craft Village. Now, her intentions were very pure because obviously you can see a pattern already. She took me to an only girl school. Yeah. So she took me to a female art gallery.
I love your mama.
So she took me to a female art gallery. She wanted me to learn art there because, but the thing is, when I went there, I wasn't learning anything. The place was, the lady there, I worked there more like a salesperson than doing any training.
I got you.
And although I appreciated that, but I was so bored. I would sleep off. I wasn't doing much. And actually, when I would work on some projects and I showed her and she said, to be an artist, you need to go to art school. And I'm like,
oh, come on, come on.
So I just realized that the lady and I, we had different views on things.
Absolutely.
But, coincidentally, one day, while I was there, there was this young man that came up to me. I was 17.
Wow.
And he would have been in his early 20s or mid 20s, but he was just out of university. So there's this thing they call youth service in Nigeria. So after university, you do a 1-year youth service. It's like an internship.
For sure.
So he was doing that in that place. So he told me, wait, are you an artist? I said, yes. And he was like, why are you here? I'm like, but this is where I'm training. He was like, no, there's this other part of this place that have other artists there. You've never been there? I'm like, no, I've never been there.
Come on.
And he was like, okay, come, let's go. So I followed him. When I went there, God, I just knew that's where I was meant to be. So when I got there, I saw all those things. I was like, really? People are doing this? So that same day, I took all the money I had.
Come on.
I bought all the art supplies. They said, you have to get this, you have to get this, you have to get it. I got everything.
I love it.
And I said, I'm going to come the next day and I'm going to paint. Now, when I left there, I came back then the next day and I started painting. I didn't even tell that lady I left there.
You know.
I guess the lady figured out I left, but I never went back.
You never went back. There's the audacity.
Yeah.
There's
so the other place, it's an art village. So they have these little hut studios. And all the artists were there. They had their easels out. And they were all painting. They were sculpting, they were welding, they were doing tie and dye. They were doing all sort of things. And I just stood out. That's where I was meant to be.
Oh my God. So you knew this is where I'm supposed to be.
Oh
my God.
So I started going there. I went there almost every day.
But of course. You're at home. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. So I went there. I started going there around February, March of 2017. Now, when I started my first project, now those materials I bought, I started my first painting project. It was I think a parrot. I think it was a parrot. Or an eagle. Or it was a bird.
For sure.
Now, I was just learning how to use oil paint.
Oh my gosh.
It was very stressful to use. And when I was painting, I realized that, you know what? This is tough.
Tougher than I thought. Oh my God.
This is very tough.
But you didn't quit.
I did actually. I got upset.
Oops. Hey, that's okay.
I got upset. I painted that for like 5 days, like almost a week, and I feel like I wasn't going anywhere.
Oh my God.
So I said, you know what? I'm not coming back again.
No, you did not.
Yes. So I stayed home for about 2 more weeks. I didn't go back. And then I eventually went back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you said a lot right there. And I don't know if he gonna call me to a break yet, but I gotta get this because there are so many people that will get to where you are.
Yeah.
They'll get to that Mecca and they're excited about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I made it. I did it. I got my Dharma. I got my purpose. And then they fizzle.
Yeah.
What was it that kept you, even though you didn't quit, you just, you know, took a rest? What got you back in the game?
It was the obsession. I just couldn't stop thinking about it. So I just had to go back, and then I brought it out. By then the painting was actually dried. Now all I needed to do was, you know, paint on it, give it a day to dry or 2 days to dry, and then go back on it. But I was so stressed out. But by the time I went back on it, it was dried enough that I could continue the painting and finish it up. So
the process, what I'm gleaning from you, because you're my teacher, don't interrupt the process. Even if it means stepping away, it's still part of the process.
So that was all I needed to do, to step away a bit and then continue. So by the time I was done with that project, I was very excited.
Yeah, man.
I showed my mom, I showed everyone, I told everyone who came.
Do you still have the picture, the painting?
It's actually here in Saint Lucia, but it's not in this exhibition. Unfortunately. But I did bring it with me.
Oh my God. Is that a motivating factor for you?
Yeah.
Wow.
It is.
So when you look at that picture, what do you think, that painting?
When I see that painting, I see all my mistakes. Yeah. I see all the stages I went through to be able to produce paintings like this. First of all, the canvas I used, I did not prime it properly. So the painting ended up leaking through. And then somehow I did a painting in the center. So the edges of the painting, you could see that there were leftover space. And that didn't make so much sense. But anyway, but what I see with that painting, I love that painting so much.
I bet you do.
I hope that I will continue to have that painting for as long as I can. But it really showed me that being intentional and being persistent could get you somewhere.
Oh, I love those words. Those are key words. Intentional, audacity, persistence, right? Wow. So even with the gift, you still have to get some training. You still have to be kind of molded on how to present your gift, right, to the world.
Yes.
Wow. You know, a lot of folk won't do that. They honestly believe that I've got the gift and that's all that matters. I don't have to practice. I don't have to show up. I just show up and the gift does what it does. Not so much.
That can only get you, I personally think that can only get you just as far. So when I was in medical school, I was one of the students so I have, you know, when you say like you have a photographic memory and stuff like that, I would remember things and stuff like, but that only worked for me for just a couple of times. So there were things that you had to be intentional.
That's it.
You had to study. You had to, you have to actually put your mind into studying, not just, I'm just studying. Yes, I can cram this. No, that's not going to work.
That don't work. Like you said, it'll only get you so far.
So
wow.
It can get you to the basics, but you have to actually put in the work.
Girl, you better. Good place to stop. Whoa, Nelly. Family, didn't I tell you were in for a treat? Oh my God. To be in this woman's presence, come on. Get your cocoa tea and come on back and join us, okay? We'll be right back. quiet moments between dreams and duties, God reminds us of this. We're still becoming. Stay anchored, stay grateful, and trust that your steps are ordered, even when the road feels uncertain. Thank you so very much, family. Oh my God. What can I say? But we've got people that come to the show that are living from the inside out, and they're not making any apologies about it. And you too, you're living from the inside out, right? I see you nodding your head. Yeah, man. All right. Even God can turn steady grind into a masterpiece. And that's exactly what he has done. We're going to get into the faith it takes to literally live from the inside out, because that's not always easy. When you're looking at what you see, you know, and you're like, I got to do this, but my heart is calling for this.
Yeah.
You're able to do both. Would you talk about the compartmentalization that took? Because there are so many folk that believe, I'm a doctor. That's all it is, man. I'm a doctor. I made it. But then the flip side of that is the long hours, but you're not, if it's not what you really were called to do, you'll find it as a job and not as your passion, your purpose. How were you able to compartmentalize the two?
I think, like we initially said, like if you is doing what is enjoying what you do. Now for medicine, I actually like medicine.
Good.
Yeah. And I think that is something that I'm grateful for, because you know, some people I know when they talk about studying medicine, they either say, "Oh, my parents wanted me to study medicine," you know? But my mom is an artist. Yeah.
Oh, I love your mama. Does she come here often?
No, she hasn't actually.
Okay,
hopefully
we'll get her here.
She'll come visit. Yeah. But she's an artist, and my mom is like my biggest advocate, and I think she's part of the reason why I have audacity. I
love that.
And anytime, whenever I say I want to do this, she's never like, no, you cannot, or you should not. She's always like, okay. So one time I wanted to be a YouTuber.
Oh, I love you for that.
I told her why I wanted to do this. I told her I needed X amount of money, and she should give me that money so I can invest in my YouTube. And she gave me, and I did that, and I stopped that, and I said I wanted to be a makeup artist, and she gave me money. So
I love her for that.
It's just, you know, when you have that someone cheering you up, someone believing in you, you can do everything that you want to do.
Yep. Absolutely.
And for me, I don't believe that just because you've studied medicine, that means every other aspect of your life should stop.
Come on.
I think life goes on, and you just have to do every other thing with it. You cannot pause one life and then, like, some people think, oh, if I get married, I cannot do this career path. Or if I do this, I cannot. But your life is not waiting for you to do all these things. So what I believe, or how I approach it, is that I don't see painting as something that I should do. I see that as something that I do. Like, it's just like you wake up in the morning, you go, you water your plants, you go, you have breakfast.
For sure.
So I see painting like that. Oh, wow. So because I see it that way, it doesn't feel so much as a responsibility. It just feels like a way of life. Like,
oh my gosh.
So, and if I don't do it today, I'm okay. If I don't do it tomorrow, I'll just do it the next day. I'll just do it the next month. I'm not going to be like, okay, I haven't painted for X amount of time. That means I'm no longer an artist. Or that means I'm no longer. So if I'm not painting, I'm probably writing. If I'm not painting, I'm probably dreaming. So all those things are manifestation of my art. So, and I do that every day. I do that as much as I want, as much as I can. And whilst I do that whilst doing every other thing.
Every other thing. So what would you say to someone who says, I hear what you're saying, doctor, and I'm with you, but I'm stuck. How do I move past the passion and the call? How do I marry the two? You can look at that camera.
Okay. That's a very interesting question.
Yeah.
And I can see why people would struggle to manage both of them. But I think the best step would be to come out of what they think that it should be. Because I think a lot of time with what society have told us, like the example of marriage, growing up in Nigeria, I know marriage is one of the biggest
yes, it is.
biggest responsibility. Like when you're growing up, they're telling you, you're getting married, you're getting married. Especially as a girl, you grow up, they tell you anything you do, it has to lead back to you being married. And now being married, is it a way of life? Is it a responsibility? Is it a passion? Is it a profession? It's none of those things. Being married is part of life. It's just like being a girl.
Come on.
It's just like being old. It's just, you're just making a decision to spend that part of your life with somebody else. But just because you're spending that life with somebody else doesn't mean that every other part of your life has to take a break. You just bring that up. It's just like changing house. Like when you move to a new house, you don't leave your stuff there. You have to
old house. Absolutely.
You have to move. So, I mean, you can let go of certain things. You can take out some things, but you're not leaving everything. You have to take your couch. You have to take your bed. Yeah. So that's how I think of those things. So if you think about it that way, you just see it as a journey. You're not seeing it as a section. Yeah. You see it as a continuous journey. And that way you can believe in yourself to do things that you want to do. And I think another reason is because, when people think of career path, they think of it as something that, they think of it as an identity.
Please speak on that.
So when someone say, I'm a doctor, they see themselves as doctor and they cannot see themselves as any other thing.
There you go.
We're human beings. We're more than that. We're more than just our profession. We mothers, sisters, brothers, uncles, we friends. We have dogs. We are friendly to cats. There's so many different parts and versions of us that we cannot just box ourselves to be one thing. And so I think when people stop seeing themselves as their profession, they can be able to do more things.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I think that's really the core, because I cannot tell anyone exactly how to go about with their career choices, because it's different for individuals. For sure. But I think they should stop seeing themselves as their career path. You are you. Your career path is just a choice. It's just one of the choices we make.
You better hush your mouth and hold yourself. Oh my God. Yeah, I see you calling. Stay tuned, because that right there solidifies so much. Honestly, it does. It shifts the mindset. And yours is shifting too. I know it is. I need you to stay tuned. We're going to be right back with Miss Doris. Every story that starts with obedience ends with impact. What you do in faith today becomes the inspiration someone else needs tomorrow. Please keep painting your path forward. Purpose really does look good on you. And we are back, family. Can I just say that I have been inspired. I've been motivated. I feel like I've been singing in the choir. I feel like the only thing we need to do now is just pass the collection plate. We are back with Dr. Doris and the artist that she is. And the creativity that you literally are walking in, that you get to create every day, is just so synonymous of everything that you are doing in life. Are you happy?
Yes.
Yeah. So what makes you happy?
Being alive,
Wow.
being here in Saint Lucia, having my family, being able to have these paintings. Yeah, I am happy.
You are
I choose to be happy, and I want to continue to be happy.
See, that right there is a whole other conversation. So I'll just a little bit take a gander. You choose.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes we look at, especially if you're not careful, you'll look at your surroundings or look at what you're going through and think, this is going to be either my lot in life, or when conditions change, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
What is the process of you choosing to be happy? What does that look like?
There have been times.
Come on. Come on.
On this island where I was choosing not to be happy.
Okay.
But it wasn't much of a choice. But obviously during COVID, a lot of things happened. I was supposed to have left the island in 2020, but unfortunately I wasn't able to leave. And I had to stay here. That wasn't a choice I made. And obviously not being able to make that choice for myself made me very unhappy.
Okay.
And I went down a path where I was very unhappy for an extended period of time, and I kept on waiting. And you know, when you wait for weeks and then you wait for months and then you but I had to make a decision. I had to call myself out.
Come on.
I had to get up and say, Doris, no, you cannot continue to choose this. You have to choose something else. Remember, life is what you choose. And, you know, I chose different. And
you know, Doris,
I'm happy.
I am so happy that you chose seriously to live, even in some of the darkest moments. Oftentimes I talk with people that are in the throes of that dark moment. And no amount of you're going to be fine, even my prayers will penetrate that mindset of this is what I'm dealing with right now. You don't get it. You don't understand. If you were to speak to the 7-year-old, what would you tell her about now?
I would tell her, thank you. I'll tell her thank you. Thank you very much. Because I don't know how she came up with those things.
Come on.
But I'm so happy that she did. And I'm happy that I never forgot.
Were you able to draw on some of that or some of the experiences that you've had in past times to kind of get you out of your way, get you kind of unstuck? Yeah. Really?
Yeah. Okay. I was, like I said, I channel her. I am like, how would 7-year-old Doris do?
Come on. Wow.
Yeah. Especially like, since she's an entrepreneur, and I don't see myself as much of an entrepreneur, but obviously being an artist, you cannot keep all the paintings, even though you love them.
I know, right? And you talk to them and you write about them.
So, but eventually you have to sell them. You have to put yourself out there. So, you know, I channeled that audacity from her, and I put myself out there.
Oh, Doris. Oh my God. I mean, 25 years old, you know, you can be my baby, right? I'm always claiming folks' children. Even the cameraman. Wow. You exemplify what it really does mean. And I wasn't saying it when we first started, to just say it, to literally live from the inside out. What would you say to someone right now that said, all right, I've taken my copious notes. I'm ready. I'm going to do it. What's the first step?
The first step is to believe.
Aye.
So when you say you're going to, you have to actually believe it. It's scary to believe it, you know.
Who are you telling?
But when this exhibition started making sense, because I had a launch event at Windjammer, and putting that event together was very stressful.
For sure.
I wasn't thinking about it as an event. I was only thinking about it as an artist, and I realized I had shortcomings. So I was able to get support. I have a friend of mine, his name is Ryan.
Yeah.
He's the PR brand manager for the entire event, for the entire exhibition.
Wow.
And he's actually a godsend. I also have my very close friend. Her name is Natasha.
Thank you, Natasha.
Yes. And also I have my sponsors, Lab Services,
Okay.
Copa Cocktail,
Okay.
Windjammer Landing.
All right now.
The Airborne Academy, Dreamy Floral, Phoenix Construction Limited. So all these people,
Come on.
they all came together, and when I asked them for their assistance, they were able to assist me.
Come
and
on.
I'm very grateful for that.
Man.
And I, like I said, I'm grateful for my 7-year-old who I had to channel her to be able to have that courage,
That courage.
that audacity to tell
Come
people,
on.
you know what?
Yeah, man.
I need X amount of money.
And you did it.
Yes. And they were like,
Wow.
no, what you're saying makes sense. You know, I'm going to give you,
Come on.
I'm going to give you this support.
I am so happy for you. And I really
Yeah.
do mean that, because it does take a lot of courage
Yes.
to ask someone,
Yes.
will you help me
Yeah.
get my vision out,
Yeah.
my XYZ?
Yeah. And believing in what you want to do,
Okay.
trusting it, being intentional, because if you don't believe it, nobody else is going to
Nobody
believe it.
else will.
You have to believe it first.
Yeah.
And then people, I always believe people can tell.
Yeah.
And for me, even if you don't get like all the support you need,
Yeah.
because obviously there were a lot of people that I asked for support.
For
and
sure.
They didn't know.
For sure.
But it also tells you that, you know, you don't need everybody's support.
Come on,
you just
Doris. Come on.
you just need the right amount of support
right
to get
amount.
you going, and then you take it from there.
Oh my God, what a beautiful place to stop. That going. Somto Doris reminds us, you do not have to choose between brilliance and beauty. She exemplifies it when she said to her 7-year-old self, you got this. Let's go. My hope and prayer is that you literally were able to see yourself, to see your courage, to see your audacity, your ability to ask someone for help. I need you, Saint Lucia. I need you, US. I need you, Africa, to believe. Get out of your way. All right? One foot in front of the other. And then start to speak some things that you haven't spoken before. And like our Doris did, write it down. Yeah, man. Make it plain. My scholars know what I'm talking. Habakkuk 2 and 2. Thank you, Linda, for being the best part of my life, for allowing me this space to tell these stories. Good night, Bon Bon, Kaden, Kendrick, Idris, and Fran. I love you to the moon and the stars. And my dear family, thank you for being the best part of my journey. Miss Doris, I am I am grateful for your being here. Thank you for saying yes. God bless you, man.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Now, how can people find out where we are and your painting? Oh my God, forgive my manners.
Well, we are located at La Place Carinage. We open now until the 12th of November, 2025. And you can also see my paintings on my social media page on Instagram at SomtoNDA_art, or on my Facebook page, Somto Doris Art.
All right. You did that, man. Good night.